Government of Tamil Nadu and TITCO specifically has been very supported. They are JV partner. We have followed this model successfully in Jaipur and Rajasthan because PPP, which is much bandied and talked about, if worked well with sincerity from both sides, can actually be a successful and effective measure for industrial and urbanization and prosperity of the country. Of course, you don't go and set up your facility anywhere. Location is very important. Many of us actually spoke about it, whether it is nearness to the airport, nearness to ports, nearness to skill centers, all integrate together to give a product to your ultimate customer who wants to invest to create wealth and prosperity for his company and his people. Now, specifically on Mahindra World City, Chennai, we have always realized that we have to be one step above and ahead. So we are the first IGBC Gold certified industrial ecosystem in this country. That is because of the team's continuous and rigorous effort to put things which are sustainable, whether it is renewable energy, whether it is water conservation, water recycling, and usage of recycled water for potent uses like common area landscaping, flushing. So water is a precious resource, respect it, and it will be available. We are spread over 50 acres. We have around 300 acres of residential, social, and commercial zone, a wholly combination of special economic zone and domestic tariff area. When the world was rushing only towards SEZ, we said we will be balanced. Let's create a portfolio of product which not only encourages exports, but also says make in India in the last decade. So make in India combination which the government has now launched was humbly done in a small way in our Mahindra World City concept, along with the leveraging of special economic zones. 60 plus customers in the industrial zone, exports, employment which is steadily growing, around 40,000 of direct employment, and we know the thumb rule, it obviously brings in indirect employment, which is actually creating a footprint of job creation beyond your city, because people around are the ones you employ for indirect employment for various works, investments and exports. Customers like BMW, Infosys, the TVS Group, we have so many of them who believe that good neighbors, good infrastructure, zero hassle to start your business early are the benefits we give to our customer. Land is just the product, but the benefit is, can my customer start his business faster and with less hassle with respect to his competition? That's where a customer is willing to pay and be a part of your industrial and urban ecosystem. I spoke about life earlier, various competitions with across which are co-created with customers. So in an urban ecosystem and an industrial ecosystem, we as humble developers cannot create an enriching ecosystem unless the customers and we work together. And that has been a major effective trigger for this urban and industrial ecosystem to work together to converge to a fruitful life. We have been featured in many places. Customers have validated us. Mr. Narayan Murthy, we remember him with great respect because he had the vision to see that this place was the place which was for future. And the story has continued with our overture in Rajasthan, again a PPP, double the size of 1550 acres. We are actually trying to defy the tourism and say we can be industrial and business in a state like Rajasthan. Not saying tourism, but with tourism. Again, customers actually make our brand, not we. So JCB, Deutsche Bank, Infosys are all present even in Jaipur. And some of them are repeat. That really gives us a lot of strength in whatever our purpose is. With sustainability at its core, I spoke about it. Whether it is water, whether it is renewable energy, whether it is biogas. We are working with, you will be happy to know, Mahindra Research Valley, which is the automotive and the tractor research hub, is based in Chennai in Mahindra World City. And you will also be happy to know the SUV which is being launched today at a larger level, the TUV 300 has been almost curated in the Mahindra Research Valley in Chennai. So we are, all of us in Tamil Nadu, creating something which is going to the country and to the world at large. Yes, the journey has just begun. What we saw 10 to 12 years back as an opportunity is reinforced by both Government of India through its Make in India, Smart Cities, and Government of Tamil Nadu through its Vision 2023. We can almost see a perfect alignment of Madam Jayalalitha's Vision 2023 for inclusive growth and development in our own overtures, which espouses sustainable livelihood, living, and life. And that has encouraged us to partner with Sumitomo Corporation in our third venture in the country and the second in the state, in the north of Chennai. And I think the opportunity is perfect because all of you spoke about Poneri, and that's where we are going to be located. So thank you, and we look forward to our footprint getting enriched in the state of Tamil Nadu to bring in wealth, investment, and job creation in this state. Thank you.
Very well said, and clearly a success story that others will be espousing. Mr. Ravi Sam is next, who is the immediate and past chairman of CII.
My co-panelists on the dais, delegates, namaste, good afternoon. If you go through that program sheet, you'll see I'm the only one speaking differently. I'm speaking policy, regulatory ecosystem for Tamil Nadu for industrial development. It's a very tight rope. I'm speaking both for the government and also I'm talking for the industry. Gentlemen, all of us are here because we know this is the best place to be. Either we have invested, investing, or planning to invest. Please don't think further. I've been born and brought up here, and I think there's no other place better than this. It's Tamil Nadu or nowhere else in this India. Tamil Nadu is one of the industrialized states of the country, the largest manufacturing hub in South India. The key reason for Tamil Nadu emerging in this position is because of the spirit of entrepreneurship among its people. Tamil Nadu does not endowed with any great natural resource except for a long coastline. We grow about 2% of the cotton, but we make 40% of the yarn. So that proves what we do in Tamil Nadu. Gentlemen, our Chief Minister released the Vision 2023 in which she said, or she wants us to bring a 14% growth in our manufacturing and about 15,000 billion rupees investment by 2023. A separate policy was given for the automotive and the biotechnology as well. Here, I just wanted to share a few points on the industry side. I know a lot of you will have so many things on your mind. Yes, we'll try to just touch a few of them. The state has done a lot of work to grow, to get this investment, to get this global investors meet. Unfortunately, the additional chief secretary is not here, but I've seen him in the past 2 years, the amount of effort he has put to pull this through. Against all odds, with the support of the chief minister, and it's amazing that they have managed this. There are a few points which I probably have to say to strengthen the already existing systems that the government of Tamil Nadu has put. I feel that SIPCOT and TIDCO should start working together a little more to see that the land acquisition and the development of industrial infrastructure by SIPCOT is in line with the industrial development plans of TIDCO. SIPCOT and TANSIDCO need to work closely to ensure that adequate infrastructure for small industries are provided in areas where SIPCOT develops industrial parks. You all know the Guidance Bureau is there for large-scale industries. I was just talking that we also feel with all this, the whole panel here is about industrial corridors. We have to have a separate department for handling industrial corridors. So these are some suggestions we feel that would really go a long way for the investment to really take off in Tamil Nadu. Single window is something that the government of Tamil Nadu has done long ago. A few more points probably to strengthen this. At the moment, I know you know that a lot of due diligence, statutory requirements, specific authorities have to acquire specific clearances. All this make it a slightly cumbersome. We want a little more things like accountability and also to visibility, so that you're able to track your applications and see that that happens faster. And I'm sure the government is already doing this. I know GeoTN is doing this, and I only hope that it happens very fast, and I'm sure it would happen. Coming to the Tamil Nadu Investment Promotion Program, this has been specifically put together to help address expectations of international investors and seeks to promote investment both domestic and foreign. Here again, I would say TNI PP should periodically have meetings together to share the best practices and also to give suggestions how to go ahead. Skill development is something in Tamil Nadu we always in CII have been speaking about. Today, Tamil Nadu is one of the houses for the major labor-intensive industries, textile, automotive components being some of them. Lately, you see that the declining participation of the younger generation in manufacturing. This, I think, industry should take up to work with the government and see that skill development centers are set all over Tamil Nadu to tackle this issue, and I'm sure you'll be able to do that. Industrial corridors. Most of the gentlemen here have been speaking about industrial corridors. Yes, I have a vested interest. They've all spoken about Tuticorin Madurai, but there is another corridor, Salem-Coimbatore. I think that also should happen. Salem-Coimbatore, for all good reasons. Salem-Coimbatore comprises of 4 or 5 of the major industrial cities, manufacturing districts. It's Salem, Erode, Tirupur, Coimbatore, and Karur. All are strong in textiles, light engineering, and also in agri-products. Very well connected, and I think this corridor also should be fast developed. It's very much on the card, and that is also another area where we think more attention has to be put in, and that's a very good place for your investments. Railways, airports, public transport are another areas. Airports, yes, tier 2 cities need more connecting, railways, more connectivity, and then and the seaports, already you heard about Kolachal, we have 2 other ports, and I think it's already a lot of work is going into this. Power, I need not speak about it. Most of our neighbors are today reeling in power cut, and you know what we were going through a few years ago. The government has set its mind on it, and today we are where we are. And if this government can do this, there are a lot of things this government can do, and this is where you have to be, and this is the place you should be, and this power situation proves that we can do what we want. And all kudos to our Chief Minister and for his team. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and we've got Mr. R. Veeramani of GEM Group of Companies sharing his thoughts briefly. And his focus will be experience in the Tamil Nadu industry development.
My friends speakers, Mr. C.V. Sankar in absence here, ladies and gentlemen, I have a dual responsibility to present my experience as a businessman and as a representative of elected bodies for a couple of Government of India bodies and as well as bilateral chambers. So I would like to say something about me and then about the policy and framework where I had played some small role. I'm a granite man, basically, stone man. My stones, of course, I worked not only in Tamil Nadu, but about 10 states in India. And in Japan, for example, about 60,000 buildings have our stones, including all the Soji big companies. And I always don't see the commerciality, a God-created product, going to adore, giving the best natural environment. I'm solemnly feel proud and at the same time convey, on behalf of India, our stones have gone and adorn the atomic bomb victims memorial in Hiroshima. That is a great symbol of the peace-loving country, India, that we convey through our stones. gentlemen, leaving aside a little bit about the stone on my business, I'm connected with a hotel industry in Ooty. I'm also connected with sugar factory. I'm in textile. So I was the chairman of a company of numeric power system, which was acquired by the Legrand, a French company. So I have varied examples, experiences in various industry segments. So, but one thing I want to say, here everybody talked about automobiles, SEZs, Mahindra City, corridors, and everything. In 2002, see, I was the Indo-Japan Chamber, I was the Indo-Japan Chamber president as well as I was the Indo-American Chamber president. So at one day, I had a call from the chief minister, madam, at the time, saying that Mr. Jawahar Babu, the then secretary, said you have an appointment at 3:30 in the secretariat. In fact, I had not asked for an appointment, so I don't know why I'm called. So I'm very seriously connected at that time with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. I rushed to the secretariat, and the industry minister and the industry secretary were waiting there, then industry minister and then industry secretary. So they said there's something to do with the Ford. So then, when I met the chief minister said, we want Ford for India and for Tamil Nadu, and I know they are visiting many states, and you are connected with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and the embassy and consulate, and I'm sure you can do something, and you must have patriotism for your mother state and bring the car project. We are prepared to make a special policy for the Ford and do everything. We should make a new beginning. And I invited the minister and the secretary. We will do everything for making a separate automobile policy and do that. She conveyed the will to do it, and she did it, and Ford has come, and Mahindra City has come. Since my subject is to share the experiences, I have to share what has happened really. Then again, another thing, when I was the Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce president for 7 years, I had an appointment with the chief minister, again, madam, and we took a chamber delegation, about 15 businessmen, to Japan. We wanted that to be a little bit official by involving the government of Tamil Nadu so that it will have high respectability and the investors from Japan will feel comfortable and interacting with the people of the government as such. So when we asked for 2 secretaries to be 2 or 3 people to accompany us, and we are pleasantly surprised, madam approved the present chief secretary, Mr. Jnana Desikan, who was then the finance secretary, and the IT secretary, Mr. Chandramouli, to go along with us members. I was the chairman, I'm the head of the delegation, and the government officials were members of the delegation. What a wonderful partnership of private and the government. So the 2 secretaries accompanied us. 15 people of us stayed for 1 week in Japan, met 7 chambers in Japan, Japan Chamber of Commerce, Tokyo Chamber of Commerce, Kankeren Chamber of Commerce, Nagoya Chamber of Commerce, Osaka Chamber of Commerce, Fukuoka Chamber of Commerce, and met the governors and also mayors and many important dignitaries and many important companies, including Nissan and all the Mitsubishi, every company, and invited the investments to Tamil Nadu. So that was a great opening. I'm finishing. That was a great opening, and that paved the way for the special economic zones. And again, I was the founder chairman of the 100% EOU and SEZ Council in Delhi. So I facilitated the policy making in the government of India for the SEZs, and many SEZs have come today, and 40% of the Indian exports are going through as 100% EOUs and SEZs today. I am very proud that the manufacturing sector has taken a little, flying start with the SEZ policy that has come. Gentlemen, I want to take you must kindly excuse me, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, who are the people from Tamil Nadu, legends that the country should be proud of, or that we should be proud of, the whole world are looking for? We have 3 Nobel laureates who have won with their abilities as scientists from this part. Then Sundar Pichai, the gentleman who is, the CEO of Google today, is from this place. And then, Indra Nooyi, the CEO of PepsiCo, is also from here. And Meya Meyyappan, the chief scientist of NASA New Development, is also from this place. And the inventor of, email, Siva Ayyadurai is also from this place. And again, Mr. Sankarnan is the inventor of the mobile phones, videography and photography. So such is the place, and starting from thousands of years, the business has been going on here, and it will continue. And I invite you all to join. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And our final speaker, Mr. Faisal Kotikolon, who's been waiting patiently. Thank you, sir. Please take a seat.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm standing in a lot of crying stomachs. I will not take much time. My background and expertise is, I'm good in making things faster, better, and cheaper. Okay, so I'm from Dubai, originally from India. I left India 20 years ago. After my few years stayed in America, I'm always like technology in the basic industries. So after I sold my business in UAE, I built the world's largest integrated valve manufacturing facility. It is a new concept from the design, how a product is manufactured. The customers could come and see in a golf buggy tour. Eventually was bought out by a large American corporation for $1 billion in 2012. And I was wondering with my wife, what should I do next? So I said, I've been away for a long time in India, away from India. I want to give back and contribute to the nation. So we came back actually to work with the governments, to upgrade the government schools. For me personally, I believe India's biggest challenge is skill development. Now we have millions of youth, but the youth need to be skilled. So I worked with Kerala government. We did the first school in 2013, a government school where 2,400 girls were studying. School was whole built in 95 days using offsite construction technology. And today, this particular school has become India's top 5 government school. This year is top 4. Last year was top 5 along with 4 IITs. Currently, we just signed an MOU and the government order is released day before yesterday. Government is working with us, with my foundation, my wife's foundation, building 100 government schools in the next 4 years, which will uplift 250,000 poor students. What we are trying to do here is, I've been away from India. India takes time. A lot of people wanted to invest in India. The whole world wants to invest in India. But execution has been a challenge, correct? It's a great country, great potential. But anything you wanted to do, it takes years. So with the experience of the school, I decided to invest 650 crore in Krishnagiri in Tamil Nadu. I'm building the world's largest offsite construction facility. What does it mean? It means we want to change the nomenclature of construction into manufacturing. So we are coming up with the concept of catalog schools, catalog hospitals, catalog IT parks. We manufacture every element of the building using robotics and CAD/CAM. There are only 500 people, 10 million square feet of building components, including bathrooms, including aluminum glazing, kitchens. Everything comes like a Lego block. I would like to show the first project we just completed in 6 months. It's a video for that. So this was done from February. We started on the ground. We are handing over on September end to a university called Yanapaya University. What you see in the white is the bathrooms and kitchens. So everything gets dropped into the building. Yeah. So this is what India needs. And currently we are building a large IT park in Bangalore. Very famous. India's largest developer is Embassy Group. We are also working on the new Flipkart campus. The entire campus is what we have started is 1.5 million square feet, and my project completion is 11 months. So the entire IT building will be handed over to Embassy in 11 months, which normally it is taking now 30 to 36 months. This is what India needs. We need to build things faster. There's so many corridors are coming up here. Good, we can have the trunk infrastructure, but the hospitals, schools, houses, apartments, we need to build faster and also better, also cheaper. Second project I'm working is on my hospital. I'm from Kerala, the neighboring state of Karnataka. I'm in Tamil Nadu. This is my hospital. I'm partnered with Cleveland Clinic of United States. Always passionate about the basic amenities what people need. That's education and health. So I went around India with my team. I worked, I went Apollo, Fortis, all the hospitals, and I felt we are not up to the world standards. Why? The basic infrastructure itself is not up to the world standards. So this particular hospital is currently completing in Calicut. I'm investing 550 crores, the opening to the public in March. This was done only 4 months ago. We started the project 4 months ago. You see the entire hospital structure is completed. The whole hospital, including the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, planned room, hospital rooms, ICU, coming from Krishnagiri and dropping into the building. I would request all of you to come and see this, because this is revolutionary. And what India needs is something disruptive. We need things to be better. We need good-looking buildings. We need people, poor people, to be educated. And we need all the government schools to be upgraded. And right now, the next year, 14 schools, we are doing it in 6 months to be completed and handing over to the government. Our foundation is investing 500 crores, and Kerala government is investing 500 crores. And I wanted that to be a model for other states to follow. And I'm sure that a lot of ministers from Karnataka has already come and seen the school. Tamil Nadu, I'm inviting to come and see. And this should, have a cascading effect across the country. We need to bring the 90% of the poor people up. And that is where we will see a future India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's clearly given us a lot of room for thought. And once again, many thanks to the audience for listening in and absorbing. It's been quite a session and so many interesting facts, a lot of large projects that are being attempted. And it's the industrial corridors that we are focusing on. So let's have a quick panel discussion with some questions from all of you. And I want to start off this panel discussion with Abhishek. Abhishek was our first speaker. Now, the thing is that, we've spoken about special economic zones, export-oriented units. This was sort of a phase which happened in the previous years. A lot of them didn't meet with success because there wasn't an integrated approach, especially when it came to transportation, land acquisition. Aren't you facing currently the similar hurdles when you are planning an industrial corridor of the scale and size, for instance, of the Delhi-Mumbai corridor?
Thanks for your question. The challenges in India, as most of the panelists were mentioning, are huge. The biggest challenge in India, which we normally face, especially with any infrastructure project, is we start building very fast and we start building very early. Rather than learning from our Japanese colleagues and the partner country, Japan, which they plan it right, they plan it to the great perfection, and then only start the construction activity. So that is what we are doing in the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project, as well as that is being adopted by the government.
So you're planning ahead and then the execution.
We are planning ahead. We are planning to the finest